Hey guys, Kevin here from PwnZone Gaming, bringing you some gameplay and commentary from Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And I picked this game up shortly before it came out so that I got the Team Fortress weapon for free when I pre-ordered it. Now, I am a fan of this game. I was a big fan of Counter-Strike Source, played a lot of hours into that, so I was definitely looking forward to the new version of Counter-Strike. So the main improvements to this game, I just kind of want to go over a couple of those first. The main improvements are graphically. This game looks much better than Counter-Strike Source did. Everything's improved, all of the guns, all of the character models, all of the maps. Everything looks better in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Also, they've taken and added in, obviously, some new maps. They've tweaked the gameplay, and they've added in a ton of new guns. So those are the main advantages. Now, there are a couple of disadvantages. If you're a big Counter-Strike fan, if you just kind of played Counter-Strike for fun, you're not going to notice a ton of big differences. But I played quite a bit of Counter-Strike for a couple of years, so I noticed the differences between the two. Something just feels a little bit different in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and I don't know if it's bad, because obviously you're playing the game because you want something different than Counter-Strike Source, so it just takes a little bit getting used to. So you'll see that I kind of was doing pretty bad in the first part of this gameplay. I am playing Arms Race, which is basically a version of gun game. Basically, you get a kill with a gun, you then get a new gun, and you need to get a kill with that, and you go through all of the weapons and get a knife kill in order to win. Now, Arms Race is built into Counter-Strike Global Offense. There's a couple of different game modes, and this is one that's built in. Now, I would recommend going onto a custom server. There are community-based servers in this game, and there's plenty of stuff that's come over, including stuff from Counter-Strike Source. There's servers that are running the old maps that you know and love in the new format with the new gameplay advantages. So I definitely recommend checking that out, because some of these maps, especially this one, they feel a little weird, and Arms Race has a couple of things in it that ends up making it a little unfair at times. One of those things is when you spawn, you have a buffer period between when you can actually take damage, and that's fine and good if the maps were a little bit bigger, because people come over into your spawn, and what you can do is basically take and wait to shoot until you have your sights right on them, and then shoot, and you'll basically get the first hit, allowing you to have an upper advantage when actually engaging in that fight. So feels a little bit unfair in that advantage, and also people can just come over and get in your spawn. There's a lot of spawn camping in the Arms Race version that's already built into the game. Now, if you're playing the maps that are brought over from Counter-Strike Source, and I'm sure a lot of new Counter-Strike Global Offensive maps that will be made for Arms Race and just gun game in general, then those will all be balanced out. But those are just a couple of things I noticed. Another couple of things I noticed with Counter-Strike Global Offensive, it seems like you really need to have good trigger control. One of the things that I liked about Counter-Strike versus something like, I don't know, say Call of Duty, the spray was a little bit more whenever you held down your trigger. You needed to kind of burst fire rather than just laying it on people, because it would really significantly affect your accuracy. I don't know if Counter-Strike Global Offensive took it a little bit too far, but it seems like there's a lot more spray to your weapons, so you need to either be crouching or you need to take and really precisely aim where you want to shoot your shots in order to keep that spray down. So you'll see as I progress through here, I'm doing fairly well. I actually end up winning this game. Phrase that a little weirdly, but you know, what's going to happen. So, as you progress through, you'll see a lot of the new guns that come into this game. Some of the main differences I've found are in the first guns that you use are the SMGs. There's a lot of new SMGs. I think in Counter-Strike Source there was like, well, I guess there were a couple. There was the MP5, you had the UMP, you had the TMP, you had the MAC-10, but they've thrown in a couple of other ones, and you also have quite a few new shotguns. I think there might be 4 shotguns, whereas Counter-Strike Source only had the pump shotty and the auto shotty. Now there's quite a few more, and some of the guns are a little weird. There's one shotgun that looks like a machine gun, and there's one pistol that looks like a machine gun, but those they just look like something that they're not, and you quickly realize what those are, so just keep an eye out for that. Now, I definitely would recommend this game because for $15, like seriously, it's a good game. If you've played Counter-Strike Source, if you like first-person shooters, for $15 you really can't go wrong getting this, or even for that matter buying Counter-Strike Source. I would definitely recommend them because it is a lot of fun. So as we continue through this gameplay, you can see that I've kind of started to wrap up my game here. That's an example right there where Decode ended up killing me. He's sitting there in our spawn camping. Now you can use that to your advantage. I'm not going to lie, I have spawn camped on this map before just because it's convenient to get kills, but again, it's cheap. It's not really fair, but it does happen. So make sure and keep an eye out for that when you're playing Arms Race. So here you'll see a nice Deagle kill. Deagle seems to have retained pretty much its attributes. Most of the major guns that were pulled over from Source actually kept a lot of their feel to them. The Deagle, the M4, the AK-47, they all feel pretty similar to how they felt in Counter-Strike Source. Some of the other guns you'll notice feel a little bit different, some in good ways, like say the UMP. It actually feels like you're doing damage with a real weapon rather than a BB gun. Wasn't really a big fan of that gun in Source, but it's actually fairly effective, and I haven't really had too much trouble with it in Global Offensive. So I would definitely take and check out this game. There's a lot of other gameplays on Arms Race on YouTube, so maybe check some of those out. I will have some more content coming out. I really do like the regular version of the game. A lot of times I only play gun game just because it's fast-paced. I don't really have too much time to dedicate to playing Counter-Strike. But I really do like the feel of the regular version here. So things like Office and Dust, they feel really nice and really great with the new graphics. So you'll see that I just won there. I came in 27 kills and 21 deaths, and threw up the good game in the text. So thanks for watching. I will be having some more Counter-Strike Global Offensive stuff coming out. So make sure and subscribe because I will be having a new video coming out every week, and I'll see you in the next video.